Well, so like, yeah, Thursday's all load in, you know, just everybody scrambling to get everything set up for the circus, and then get the bikes, you know, ready and tagged, and you know, get our initial setup done on Thursday. So Thursday for us is like the busy day. You know, you're wide open just trying to get everything prepared to go to the, you know, to actually do the fun part. For us, with us being small, it's all hands on deck. You know, everybody's got something to do, you know, including myself. So that's what Thursday looks like. Friday, you know, we do our first practice, free practice, and then qualifying one. So it's pretty much go right when you get on the track. Friday, we start out good. I think we had some good times. We were in the top 7, I think, in the beginning. You know, we come out firing pretty good. I have rode this track a good bit, so I got some track knowledge here, so it's easy for me to kind of get up to speed pretty fast here with having some time here. So I was happy with that. Started out the weekend good and went into qualifying, and you know, had some small issues and stuff, and just couldn't really improve on what we did in practice. The track was I think the track was obviously, temp was a lot warmer, so it was a little bit harder to get the traction we had in the morning, but didn't really do a good time there. So I was a little disappointed in that, and really kind of set ourselves up for Q2, and then we did Q2 and didn't really go any better then either, and the track conditions were good, so thought I would be better, and I just kind of hit a plateau and stayed still. So kind of disappointed in that, and then we just had some little issues here and there that we were working through throughout the day, which I'm sure you're going to show our trials and tribulations. So
a little small incident.
Yeah, so we just had had to rebuild a motorcycle for the next 5 hours, and so thank you to all our guys that put in the work and everybody that pitched in to get the bike put back together. I was on a good one there and got through that oil dry, and knew if I was good through the oil dry that I would have a good time, and I was up half a second, which would have put me in good position, and went into 5, you know, excited about being up half a second, and got too early on the gas coming out of 5 and pushed the front. So took a good situation and made it worse for me and everybody else. But you know, when we got into the race and just put in good consistent laps, you know, we started way back, so just put in good consistent laps, and then had a rear brake issue for the last 6 laps, so I had to kind of get off the rear brake, which I use a bunch, so that kind of slowed us down a good bit in the race, and lost a couple of positions there, but brought it home without us having to piece it back together, so that was good. Honestly, like the first couple of times we rode the bike, it's just, the bike's so different, and you know, there's some quirky things that we're finding out from other teams that are helping us, you know, giving us a little information here and there. It's kind of put us kind of in the right direction and give us some insight on it. And so until, you know, really until the past really 2 weekends ago, I went and rode and we found it, you know, found that. So now we kind of have a base, you know, to go off of. So hopefully we can improve on that, because now we have a base. So every time I've rode it, it's just been like trying to figure out what it's doing. So yeah, I mean, coming off a big bike and then going to a small bike, trying to learn, you know, you have to ride these things differently, and I keep riding it like a 1000, you know, I'm trying to get it stopped and pick the bike up and then get hard on the gas out, you know, out of the corner. And I'm noticing a lot of the guys that have been riding these things, they carry a lot more roll speed, right? So I've seen that I've made up some time on braking with some of the people, and I think it's just, I'm coming in there and I think I'm getting the bike in there fast, so I'm making up ground, but I may be over slowing mid-corner, and I think they're carrying a little bit more roll speed. Just thinking back on it, you know, that's what I think, maybe a little bit, and I think that's what I'm trying to ride this bike as much as I possibly can, just to kind of get better at understanding that, like, okay, you need to carry a little bit more roll speed and not have, I don't have the power to just the 1000 power to just turn the throttle and it get me off the corner, shoot me out of the corner like a rocket ship. So, I mean, everybody can put in one hard lap, right? So it's like, you can put in that one hard lap and send it, right? But you got to make that your norm, right? So I want to, if I got a 29, you know, I got to make that 29 my norm, right? That's not, you're just at the limit all the time. So yeah, I know the 29 is there. I don't think that that's a problem. I just think it's just trying to get the bike where it's comfortable doing the 29. I think that's the part that we're missing, and I think with it being a new bike, that's what we're missing. We're just missing that extra level of just making the bike a little bit more comfortable. So then that's the norm. It's the same thing I did with the BMW. It's like you get the BMW where you're comfortable on it, then you push into a faster time and you make a couple settings, because, you know, I think when you're at that, you know, when you're at that pace, a second's a lot.